Hello, good evening, and welcome back after a hiatus to Fellowship Funchayat. And yeah, in terms of MGNF, as we are sort of entering the final stretch, so we will try to do as many episodes as possible. But we will be ending the fellowship in October of 2021. So yeah, let's begin the discussion for tonight in episode number 20. And tonight we have with us on the panel, first of all, from Aravalli district of Gujarat, Razin Khan. Then from Chamarajanagar district of Karnataka, Manoj. And thirdly, from Kallakurichi district of Tamil Nadu, we have Sujatha. So let's start the discussion. Firstly, Razin.
Hi everyone, my name is Razin Khan Pathan. First of all, I would like to thank you, Vedant, for having me here on Fellowship Funchayat. So, my name is Razin Khan Pathan and I am from Mahua, Bhavnagar district of Gujarat. It's a coastal area of Gujarat, Saurashtra region. It's also known as Saurashtra of Kashmir, Kashmir of Saurashtra, Mahua. So, I'm born and brought up there, and then after I am in Ahmedabad since 2019 and preparing for civil service and government exams and working with NGOs. After that, I saw MGNF advertisement in Indian Express, so I apply just for work with district administration and collector. So finally, I am selected, and it's quite very good experience in the term of learning. And so yeah, this is, and I'm allotted Aravalli district of Gujarat. So one of the oldest mountain range of India, Aravalli. So it is basically border district, Gujarat and Rajasthan, in the Gujarat state. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Sujatha.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me here. I'm Sujatha. I'm basically an architect by education, and I am a UPSC aspirant, and that's how I came into this fellowship. So this fellowship seemed to be a very good opportunity to get to know what happens behind the district administration setup and what goes behind the bureaucracy and how policy decisions happen, all those things. So yeah, that's how I got into the fellowship, seeing those wide area which I can work upon. So after coming into the fellowship, I got allotted into a district called Kallakurichi, which is a newly formed district of Tamil Nadu. And it is one of the districts which doesn't have a collectorate building yet. It's functioning out of agricultural warehouse still. And yeah, up until now, the building didn't get constructed. The district is very famous for a court case, which is happening in the place of collectorate. So the land acquired for collectorate it's in court case right now. Okay. So I don't see anytime soon the collectorate coming for the district also. That's one fun thing. And it's a predominantly agrarian district, and since it's a newly formed district, most of the offices are still not here. It's been challenging getting data, so many things. But I guess since it's a clean slate kind of district, I got many opportunity to work on multiple projects. So yeah,
we'll learn about it in the second part. And yeah, Manoj.
Hello guys, my name is Manoj. I am from Chamarajanagar district of Karnataka. Previous to that, have been working as a software engineer and I've also worked as a subject matter expert for different companies. For me, the main motivation to come to this fellowship is I had this kind of thing where in IT you don't own anything once you leave the company. So it was like when in your free time it was haunting me kind of. So like whatever I'm doing I don't own anything which I'm doing. So I wanted to do something which I can at least say or that I'm being a part of, or this is what the changes have brought. So then I moved into a training sector, which is kind of training students in software technologies, especially rural students. I worked in it's not a kind of NGO or something, but it's a company. but it's Raman International Institute of Technology, where it used to train the rural engineering students and place them in IT companies. So there I got to know these kind of like the subtleties in the skilling or whatever the training is required. So I heard this MGNF, I think from one of my friend or newspaper. I don't remember. I thought it was a very good opportunity to indulge in social activities. So I'm here.
Okay, cool. So let's learn more about the district that you've been posted in and some interesting experiences that you may have had over there, starting with Razin.
So, Aravalli district is mainly agrarian district, industry backward district, and also created in 2013. So newly formed district. So it's developing district. It's much opportunity.
So given that it is
But
named
as of
Aravalli,
now,
given it's named Aravalli, do the Aravalli mountains originate from, do they start from your district or simply pass through it?
yeah, it starts from Ahmedabad to Delhi. So
Oh, yeah.
in between, Aravalli is there. So that's why mostly mountain and all are mostly there. One of the highway, which is Mumbai Delhi, going through this district, and mainly mountain and all the range are mainly there in the district. So yeah, that's why. So I'm working with mostly GMDIC, my mentor, Assistant Industries Commissioner of Aravalli district. So I visited all the industries, very less industries, not 3 to 4 big industry, and others are MSME. So labor survey and all the other survey has been done from my side. Also apprenticeship promotion, working with ITIs. ITIs and industry linkage for the apprenticeship, all I have done. So one of the project which I done is about self-help group women. So SHG women के साथ में organic turmeric related work किया हुआ है. तो वहाँ पर हल्दी जो बोलते हैं टर्मरिक, तो वो ज्यादातर होती है. तो उसके
रिगार्डिंग ऑफ योर डिस्ट्रिक्ट और इज दैट
ODOP इज ODOP पहले पोटैटोज था, अब चेंज हो करके एग्रो प्रोसेसिंग हुआ है.
Okay.
So mainly agro processing.
Okay.
Whole sector, not like one product in ODOP. So I'm quietly working with the food processing unit, and one of the project is I approach ISRO for a space on wheel program, which is like exposure of technologies and space technologies to rural student.
Okay.
So वो एक किया, और बाकी तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के साथ में पूरा DSC के साथ में डिस्ट्रिक्ट स्किल डेवलपमेंट प्लान है, और भी बहुत सारे सर्विस किए हुए हैं. तो या मेनली.
So how was your experience interacting with ISRO? Like what exactly did you do for getting space on?
Yes. So one of my friend worked there as a scientist. So I approached him. So he also need like me, who are working with district administration to smoothly conduct this type of program in the district. So I approached him, and space on wheel program, like उसमें एक बस होता है, बस के अंदर पूरे टेक्नोलॉजीज रिलेटेड इसरो के सब चीजें होती है, प्रोजेक्ट मॉन्यूमेंट्स होते हैं. तो लाइक वो एक क्लस्टर ढूंढते हैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जो रूरल एरिया में होता है. तो वहां पर जाके बहुत सारे स्कूल लाइक 2000 to 3000 रूरल स्टूडेंट को एक्सपोजर देते हैं, उनको पूरा स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी और इसरो के बारे में ये सब चीजें बताते हैं.
That's good. I believe from Siddharthnagar district of UP, the fellow has done a very similar project to bring space related education to rural people. So maybe you guys can connect. And let's move on to Sujatha.
Yes.
My district, it's a newly formed district and it's predominantly an agrarian district. A unique thing about my district would be it has 3 rivers cutting through the district, and most of it originates from Kalvarine Hills. It's a tribal area in my district. It's part of Eastern Ghats, and the Kalvarine Hills lies between 2 districts, Salem and Kallakurichi. So Kallakurichi has the major part of the Kalvarine Hills, and there was almost like 50,000 tribal population who are there, and they are prone to seasonal migration. We were tasked with creating some alternate livelihood opportunities, and one of the things which we explored here is to do something with lantana craft. So that's where I have met Mr. Manoj as well before itself. We have tried to connect about how we can bring lantana craft, what it could be the possible next steps for my district. But somehow that project didn't pick up because the people here in the tribal area, they were very hesitant to pick up something new. And it was also the harvest season. They were like, we have agricultural work to do. We cannot come for training. All those things happened, and it just fizzled out.
While interacting with tribals, it somehow feels a sense of utility when we are trying to intervene with some sort of our notions of development, whereas they already have a set of principles in their own life and they are living in a sort of a way. So they are like, why are you trying to push these things upon us? Have you?
But yeah, that we have encountered. But what we are trying to do is right now they are migrating, and it won't be a sustainable thing for them to do in a longer. So we are trying to educate them on that line. Like, whatever you are doing right now is just a thing which you can do for a very short time. What if you get old? You're too old to be hired by a contractor to come and work in the fields. You will be left out in the longer run. So it's better you create something of your own. That's what we are trying to do. And lantana, you might be aware, it's an invasive species. And Western Ghats is full of lantana camera species. Eastern Ghats, it's populating. So there is official order of cutting those lantanas. So we were trying to do, but not anymore. One of the project director who was working in the department, he kind of transferred, and it all fizzled out.
Okay.
After he left. And one more interesting project. I have quite a few projects which are close to my heart in my district. Most of them are to do with school children's. So the first project which I was able to do in my district is a career guidance thing. So there was a foundation called Let's Make Engineering Simple. They had a career counseling wing called Pick My Career. So the district administration kind of reached out. We reached out to them. So what they do exactly is they do this psychometric assessment for the students, and they will tell them what's the top 5 career options which they could choose based on the assessment. So we did a pilot for around 100 students, and we were shocked to find out like so many of the students are very much interested towards military in our district. But this happened in a girls' school. So it was an interesting find. Actually. Yeah, exactly. It was an interesting find, but the timing which we did was towards the last of the exam. So we couldn't get hold of the students after the exam. So we couldn't capture what they are doing exactly right now. And we also tried to create a framework of what should be our next step if we are going to do this pilot again. But yeah, that's the first pilot. And the reason behind that was my visit to an KGBV school, Kasturibai Gandhi School. So this Kasturibai Gandhi School, we were asked to visit many places in our district in the initial period of our fellowship, right? So that's when I visited the school, and I was asking all those students, what are your aspirations? They were just telling very limited things, either nurse or doctor, teacher, police, whatever they see, that's the limited options which they are able to emulate. So I was concerned, like we should do something to create exposure to this children. That's when I kind of pitched this my experience to my district collector, and he was like, "Why don't you do something on this line, and you do something by March end?" So that's how that happened. It was a very successful program, I would say. The foundation, they had something free for government school students. So this free part was sensitized to teachers of all the government school students. So throughout the district, we were able to call all computer staffs of the government schools, and they were sensitized about this repository of career options which are available for the students, and they were kind of made into career counselors for the school. So that is one successful project from the school. And the second would be so Kalvarine Hills, as I told you previously, it's a tribal area, and post-COVID, the instances of child marriage was getting so much higher and higher, and there were almost 100 plus marriages which happened in 2020 during that period. So my collector asked me whether we could do something for them, like how to address this issue. So I was doing some research, and I was trying to find something along the skill development area also, because I wanted something like an intersection, what could be done. So that's when I came across this project called Balika, which is done in Bangladesh, which has a livelihood component, training component, and counseling component. There was some three components. So I was trying and reaching out to NGOs who are working in those domains in Tamil Nadu, and I was able to figure out one such NGO called AVAC, and we signed an MOU with them, and we did a 20-week training, life skill training program for the students. Almost 500 students were trained in that 20-week module, and so in this academic module, I am yet to go and visit these students and see the results and impact. And another project which I would say is we signed an MOU with an organization called Unnati. So they specialize in employability skills training.
Okay.
So this MOU was for all government college students. So after we signed this MOU, the State Skill Development Mission was conceptualizing the scheme called Nan Mudalvan. And under that, they were looking for a partner who could impart employability training. And we were asked a suggestion from my district and few other districts in Tamil Nadu as well. We signed MOU with this organization, and they were asking how good they are. And eventually, they signed an MOU at state level after this district thing. That would be one more thing. And the final project which I would like to share with you all is training on wooden toy making, which we are doing in our district. So Kallakurichi is famous for its wood carvings. It has a GI tag for the wood carvings. So the mostly the men.
Specific regional or local name for that art, or
it's called Kallakurichi wood carving.
Oh, okay.
You will be able to see figurines from 1 feet up until 12 feet. It's a full-scale sculpture which they do, deity sculpture.
Is it limited to some mythological?
Mostly it's in religious themes. It'll be hard to find any secular themes in their sculptures. But that's where I was trying to do something along diversification lines. Like whatever they are doing is heavy, intensive investment they have to put. Like all these sculptures. Let me give you an example. So if we see some 8 feet sculpture, the labor cost, all those things will be around some 5 lakhs or something for the machines and the work, all those things. 5 lakh is what the middleman will pay and buy from this person. and what they will be selling is 15 lakhs, 3 times the profit.
Yeah, that's the margin they always have to compute somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So I was trying to form an OFPO among the artisans, but artisans were not very united. They were so doubtful about all those things, and I wasn't able to gain their trust at all. I did a documentation of their entire process, all those things, but they were not willing to come for any government scheme. So I was like, okay, let's chuck the male artisans. Let's go to the female artisans and do something for them. So
Right.
what I did was I found this already existing mini cluster of women artisans. They're
Okay.
basically the wives of the artisans. They will be involved in the finishing process of the sculpture. So there is this department called Magalir Thittam, which is for the women development.
Okay.
So that department already has this mini cluster under its purview. So I approached to the project director of the concerned department, and I told, let's do something for the women, sir, and we'll get funding from Sankal. And I reached out to a foundation called MRM Foundation, Cultural Foundation in Chennai, and they were able to connect me with the Padma Shri awardee, Mr. C.V. Raju. And we kind of reached out, and it was a 1-year process for the entire proposal to come out and get it sanctioned. So it recently got approved in the month of March, and we started the training on last month's 22nd, and now it's going. So yeah, that's about it.
You feel like this will be concluded by the time MGNF ends?
I guess so. It's a 2 months training program, and the MRM Foundation, they will be taking care of the market linkage as well. So I believe it should wind up by the time I leave the district.
Okay, cool. And finally, Manoj.
Yeah, I think the fellows we are here are, I think we are very interconnected. I think Razin Khan also said about his turmeric thing, and Sujatha said about lantern. Regarding my district, it's Chamarajanagar. Chamarajanagar, I think might have not. It's the southernmost district of Karnataka.
Okay.
It borders with actually Tamil Nadu and Kerala, both. So you might be knowing Ooty. So you have to go
Yes.
through Chamarajanagar, Gundlupet through Ooty. And to go to Erode or Salem, you have to go to Chamarajanagar. My district was divided from Mysore. You might have heard of Mysore.
Yes.
So it was divided from Mysore in 1997. It was a part of Mysore earlier. The specific part of my district is it's both Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. It comes at a junction of both Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. So where they merge, it's kind of starts at the district of Chamarajanagar. You can see generally it says that Nilgiris is the meeting point of Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats, but the Nilgiris is just below us, and the meeting starts here.
Okay.
So when we see the map, we can see we have around more than 3 to 4 hill stations here. The one major hill station is Hills, Malay Madheshwara Hills, and other hills is BR Hills, Biligiri Rangana Hills. And we have Himad Gopal Swami Temple, Himad Gopal Swami Hills. So the thing is, this Hills is kind of in between. And in Western Ghats region, we have this Himad Gopal Swami Hills, or we can say Bandipur, Madhumalai. This is Western Ghats. So in this Eastern Ghats, there where we meet here we Biligiri Rangan Hills, Malay Madheshwar Hills, and we go to the Eastern Ghats here. Saying so much about my district, you can understand that basically it has more than 50% forest area, around 50% forest area.
Yeah. That's
And Sujatha was already mentioned.
My district is 0.6% forest.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, the Western Ghats regions. I mean, I think we can't say we are the what you call sink or whatever, but we have the Chamarajanagar has the best air quality index in whole of India. I mean, it's ranked 1 in terms of air. So since we have a lot of forest here, we have got good air as well. the thing I was mentioning about the forest areas, we have a bit of tribal populations, and these tribal populations are not the, we can see the ST population in India is around 12%.
Right.
But we can see that most of the ST population which have been scheduled or whatever been which have been done, and most of them have know what is city. They have known city life. These whatever the tribes which I am dealing with are devoid of this city life, and they are kind of, we can't call them virgin or something like that, but this new age city life is kind of not known to them, most of them. So they are mainly dependent on forest for their livelihood, and most of them don't come out as well. They are secluded forests, and they are cut off from different parts of the district and the state as well. As Sujatha was rightly mentioning, we have lantana is one of the biggest weed in whole of world. I'm saying. I mean, it's the topmost weed. I think. I mean, I'm not sure about that, but it's affecting everywhere from South America, from in India, and those. Actually, it might be there in normal land as well. We will not be able to figure it out. That's lantana as well. We have so much of lantana in city as well.
You can identify it by the colorful flowers, the bunch of flowers which you could see. That's the lantana camera we are talking about. I guess you can see it everywhere, even in plain area, not just in hilly areas nowadays.
Okay.
Now, earlier when I used to see some kind of greenery, I used to feel that, oh man, this is greenery. So once you get to know what is lantana, I mean, I'm not seeing lantana in, there is lantana in forest, but whenever I come outside to city as well, we see a lot of lantana in Mysore as well. I'm saying in city areas there is lantana. So you can see that. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a picture and so to show those things, but generally it's like pink flower or orange flower, some kind of things. Like it can, and it is some kind of hard sticks as well. So what this lantana was doing to the district, I mean to the I mean it obviously uh, uh, pushes out the natural vegetation. That's
Okay, yeah, sure. You
I
would
mean
have shared
that
the
is
image and I would have put in the video, but that's fine.
Fine. Yeah.
and actually that's kind of more pretty, but that's not so pretty as well. I mean the thing is, it obviously I mean it pushes out the natural vegetation, and it affects the movements of tigers and every other animals as well. And generally the herbivores like the Great Indian bison or gore or elephants or any other herbivores won't eat that, because once they eat that they suffer dysentery. I don't know, they have a lot of health issues for them. So and so they don't eat them. So the only way to take them out is kind of we have to take it out or remove it, or we have to burn them. But if you burns also it comes back. So there is something called a CRS system, cut root system, which you have to follow to remove them so that it does not come back again. So when it comes to the quantity, how much it's affecting the Chamarajanagar, it's around it's more than 50 to 60% in few areas, and around 40% in few areas. So in order to remove this, what happened is in 2004 or before 2004, I think there is an in not a NGO, I mean it's a trust kind of Ashoka Trust for Ecology and Environment. I think
Tree.
they come up with 8 years. I mean they came up with this novel idea of turning this weed into a furniture or kind of art.
Mhm.
So that's kind of sticks which can be molded. It's not bamboo. You might have seen bamboo. It's not bamboo. It's closer to cane. You might have heard of cane.
Mhm.
So it's kind of cane, but it's not bamboo. It's different from bamboo kind of whatever it's not bamboo art or kind of
Even
we
if it's
make
just a
furnitures. And
weed, how much strength does their stems and all carry?
it varies from
Oh,
yeah.
that's impressive.
Actually, the thing is, it varies from very small, from centimeters to even kind of little bit thicker ones as well. The thing is, main catch point here is the smaller ones cannot be used for making furniture.
Right.
So the whatever the lantana is there, at only 10% of them is feasible for making furniture. I mean, not all the lantana can be used for making furniture. So we actually I have had a very deep discussion with a lot of stakeholders. I mean from IPRITI is the Indian Plywood Research Institute, and a lot of research institutes from ATRI as well. So the thing is, this only this lantana crafts can't be the way out, because we can only use 10% of the lantana whatever we are using it. So remaining lantanas, it's already it will be affecting the whole of environment. So I think I'm going on too much of lantana. What I'll say is, what I did was, uh, understanding this, I proposed a special project to district collector regarding these things, but the training had not happened very. I mean, the lantana crafts had started at MMHills. It had happened only in MMHills prior to the 2010s or 4s. So, but it hadn't happened widely because of there is a lot of restriction to remove lantana as well. There is a lot of problems. We have a lot of stakeholders here. We have tribal people, forest, district administration, Zilla Panchayat,
Right.
and there is a lot of forest laws. I mean, other people cannot remove it, and there can't be machineries bringing into the forests, and it's only the tribal people who can remove it, and with that too with the permission of forest officials. So what the forest officials were currently doing was, under the MG Narega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Act, they were using that to remove lantana from the tribal people. But whatever they are doing is not, it's not what was not even bare minimum to remove lantana. So now they have come up with this novel ideologies where lantana can be turned into wood particles, dust particles, and they can be made into plywoods, bricks, or even kind of briquettes, those kind of things. But they have it's a part of it under Shola Trust is being done in Chamarajanagar, but there is a lot of restrictions with regard to bringing machineries and doing those things. So it's still under a lot of the things are still developing in the district. So leaving those I'm leaving those those things, the new technologies apart. When I bought into this, I proposed a project proposal of training more than only few people, very bare number of people were trained in lantana. So I proposed a project for training more people in the district. So district collector called the meeting of all the forest officials and all the district stakeholders for the meeting. And actually we have trained a few people in the district. In few district certain pockets in Bandipur and in BR Hills, we have trained few people in lantana crafts. But anyway, the thing is, once the problem is not about training, the training will happen automatically, but we have to find a suitable market.
True.
The people we have trained have created a lot of products there, but the products have no sale. It's very seasonal. The products, whatever the products which they have created, can see the thing is, this lantana has even went to UK as well. We can see the big elephants. They get bulk orders. Kind of, it goes to UK and kind of for like only certified people, certain people only give orders for this. But there is no, normal usage like whatever the furniture we use. So market is a big problem. So I'm also kind of working on the market as well. I've been in contact with TriFed as well. That went to actually UK, I think. So you can see that. I think that's Prince Charles or something. Someone, I think.
Yeah,
With,
I guess. Yeah.
The king in the
I
north.
think it's. And I was saying about
Yeah, got it.
and I was saying about the they don't get bulk orders. So I was in talk with TriFed as well. The TriFed people actually, TriFed has retail shops. They have offline shops as well, but nobody buy. The market, the hits or whatever you call in the offline shop is very less. The marketing as well is comparatively low. So what the TriFed had an idea of having a retail shop in Bandipur. So we were initially in talks with TriFed to bring that, but it has a lot of administrative or bureaucratic procedures to bring in. So it's still undergoing on. So this is what regarding lantern. I think I've spoken too much. And other part which I've worked on is turmeric. I think Razin Khan was also saying about this turmeric. Our district ODOP is turmeric.
Okay.
But I'm not able to make a lot of kind of progress in turmeric because of a lot of administrative and other issues in the district. turmeric is
There have been
ODOP.
sort of private linkages because cosmetic products also use turmeric to some scale. So have you been able to contact them in terms of, like, let's say, private organizations? Because government institution might be very slow in establishing these linkages, right?
But I'll say the one major problem. The thing is, Erode is called as the turmeric city of India. Generally, what happens is Erode is a bordering district. The one of the advantage of having a very well grown market very nearby is whatever you grow in your district goes there. So the thing is, very recently the turmeric prices have been close to floor, I think. Recently in the previous preceding year, I think that turmeric prices, when a farmer grows turmeric, I think in order to at least gain some kind of profit, not profit, basically to sustain himself, at least he must have around 8,000 at least minimum per quintal. Earlier times it used to go around 12,000, 11,000, 8,000 and all, but the average price is around 7,500 per quintal. But what has happened recently is the last conceding season, it went around 5,500 rupees. So the people in my district are now thinking again whether we have to cultivate turmeric or not. But anyway, our climate or condition is very suited for growing of turmeric. And one more thing, which generally it's not the thing, is that Erode turmeric has got a GI tag. Being an industrial center or market center, they have done a lot of things. But the turmeric from here also goes to the Erode, and we are a part of that geographical area as well. So, but we have been left out of that turmeric indication tag. So, what I've been trying now is to push we have with the help of NGOs, I'm bringing in having short-term training in turmeric value-added products being made. And that too, that too very small. I think I've trained around, I think 2 batches of training has happened, but there has to be a large kind of impact to change the district ongoing situation as well. Because the small trainings, whatever we do, they might be able to do some kind of little bit of product and sell those things, but will not be able to make a large impact in the district. Large impact in the district has to come from above, like because the district has to take few kind of initiatives, like maybe a turmeric processing center. Whatever we grow, the turmeric completely goes out. The turmeric, I think there's basic processing is there. The basic processing is that once you dry the turmeric, you get more rate. After you drying it, if you chop it, you get even more rate. And the thing is, at least little bit of processing can be done. If scientific methods of drying and chopping can be taught, I think they'll fetch a higher rate. With regards to, the district administration or maybe the central government, whatever, I think, I don't know, I know the food park or turmeric park is very hard to, it's a very long process. It will not happen overnight. So, but at least district administration, what they can do is at least set up processing parks, processing centers or whatever, so that the farmers can do that. And I think the FPOs have been very strong here, but the FPOs have been here, but they have not been very strong. Because of inherent bureaucratic reasons and a lot of other reasons are there. So, I've worked on a lot of other things because in Karnataka, the SSDM is quite strong here. The State Skill Development Commission works closely with us. So, with this, actually, I proposed the Lantana project to SSDM as well. It has been approved under the SSDM. They have approved a special training for the Lantana as well. It has to be executed, and I've been working under a lot of other projects under NTFPs, non-timber forest producers like honey and other collections. We have other collections like amla, like forest products, which amla juice. We have Sogde Beru juice. We have Shigekai powders. We have wild turmerics. So a lot of forest products. So I've been working with those kind of products as well. So this is I'm not go much into that. And
so yeah, towards the final stretch now. So I'd like to know if you guys had any fun experiences and embarrassing. Yeah. Starting with anyone. This is an open session now.
Yes, I'll go.
Okay.
So I'd say this is like an out of skill development experience which I had in my district. So coming from my design background and being an architect myself, I was asked by my district collector to coordinate the design team for our first book festival. So in Tamil Nadu, every year we conduct this,
I thought they asked you to design the collector office because it's yet to happen.
No. I don't think that will happen because the case is ongoing. So I don't think it's happening anytime soon. And yeah, so this is the first time the district book festival is happening. So it's actually book fair, which is supposed to happen. And since it was the first book fair, we made it into a festival. And we organized so many things around this theme. And I got to design the mascot for the entire fair. And I designed all entrances, backdrops, all those things. It was a very good experience. And in that entire festival, I got connected with various district officials as well, at a very closer level than what it was before. So I would say that is a fun experience which I had in my district, getting to work something outside. Yeah, that's it. And one more fun thing which I would like to tell is, so there was this idea of skill on wheels, which when I came to district, it was very intriguing for me. And I was discussing with some of my fellows, like how we can try this thing out, all those things. And eventually I pitched the idea to collector, my district collector, but he was, since our district is a very small and backward district, we don't have any CSR funding opportunity. So we weren't able to pick up that project at all. But in the meantime, one more fellow from my cohort, he kind of did the project. And that project got appreciated by the state secretaries. So yeah, that is another fun thing which happened.
Oh, that's nice. Razin, Manoj?
I mean, you can go if you have any kind of fun. I mean,
so my designated officer is a deputy collector. तो उनके साथ में पूरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट बहुत मैं घुमा हूँ, वो हर जगह मुझे ले जाते हैं और बहुत सारी चीजें उन्होंने अरवली रेंज को एक्सप्लोर कराया, लाइक वो ऑफिसर टाइप कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं था, बाप बेटे जैसा रिलेशन था। तो वो एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आके ये काम करने में मजा आया। और एक मैं चीज बताना चाहूंगा, PMKVY सेंटर जब मैंने विजिट किया तो उसमें एक्चुअली जो गैप आ रहा है तो वो मैंने आइडेंटिफाई किया। तो एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि वो मोबिलाइज करते हैं स्टूडेंट को और फिर उनको ऐसा बोलते हैं कि हम आपको सर्टिफिकेट देंगे, ट्रेनिंग देंगे, आपको प्लेस कराएंगे, बट स्टूडेंट उतना इंटरेस्टेड होता नहीं है वहां पर और वो बीच में से ही ड्रॉप आउट हो जाता है, उसको इंटरेस्ट होता नहीं। फिर भी उसका वहां पे आधार कार्ड और पूरा बायोमेट्रिक जो भी नाम वगैरह वहां पर चलता रहता है और बाद में उनको फोन करके बुलाया जाता है कि अगर आपको ये सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए तो आपको एग्जाम देना है। सो एग्जाम देने के लिए, वो सर्टिफिकेट लेने के लिए वो एग्जाम देने आता है और वहां पर जो भी इंस्ट्रक्टर वगैरह आता है वो ब्राइब वगैरह लेके वो सबको सर्टिफिकेट मिल जाता है और ऐसा बोला जाता है कि आपको यहाँ पर कंपनी में प्लेस किया है। अगर ऊपर से कोई कंफर्मेशन कॉल आए तो ऐसा बोला, एक्चुअली में वहां पर कुछ नहीं होता है। तो जो स्कीम है कि अगर आप सर्टिफाइड करेंगे तो 80% रिलीज होगा, प्लेस करेंगे तो 20% रिलीज होगा पर स्टूडेंट। तो ये चीज मैंने PMKVY सेंटर में आइडेंटिफाई की कि यहाँ पर गैप आ रहा है। बाकी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेमिनार और बाम्बू रिलेटेड वर्क्स जो होता है तो उनके आर्टिसन के साथ में भी काम किया है, उनको प्रमोट किए है, उनको जो फेयर होते हैं हुनर हाट वगैरह उनमें एनरोल करा है। तो बस मेरे लिए तो यही था।
Sure. And into any more fun experiences, or probably we can close the discussion.
I mean, I think
I-
I'll share one small, I think.
Okay.
Initially, when I had come to the district, I think we were assigned of going and meeting the district officials. I mean, officials
Yeah.
in the first week.
First week, yeah.
So initially, I was very active initially. I mean, I used to travel around the office everywhere. So my designated officer is we have a designated officer called District Skill Development Officer in Karnataka. I mean, I think he's very close to me, and we have kind of built a bond together, kind of those things. And we have a kind of systemized training, CMKKY, Chief Minister Kaushalya Kendra Yojana, which he is kind of responsible for the training centers, attendance, and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So, but initially when I was going around meeting officials, but my DSGO kind of said that like that he will kind of come with me to meet the ZP CEO, but I went alone. But initially when went and spoke to her, I said I'm this kind of fellow, and she was like, oh, okay, I will understand the concept and this kind of thing. And she was like, okay, I will help your NGO, like I will help your NGO, whatever you are, and can come meet me after some time. So I was like, no, I'm not a kind of I'm not from any NGO, and I'm kind of, because we have this Mahatma Gandhi, the people when they
Yeah.
hear that Mahatma Gandhi, they think it's this kind of an NGO kind of. So I said to the ZP CEO, the chief executive officer, that I'm this kind of these things. So she was kind of, I mean, when officers get said something, they get a little bit irritated. She asked me to bring the order copy, but funnily we don't have any order copy regarding our these things. So I mean, I went and bought something, and that whatever that IFS, I mean, I don't know, that one copy was there which says that this MGN fellows would be in the district. So so this is regarding the crisis or existential crisis which we face in our district. One part which I would like to share.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side, the minimum we would expect our IIMs to know that Sankalp is sort of a government scheme under which we have been placed. It so happened in our first ever mentor meeting, which we have mentors in the IIM as well, right? So we were having a video call, and I was sort of the first ever mentor meeting, and I was describing some of the experiences that I had in this district, and like, okay, so this is the Sankalp scheme under which we have been placed. They thought Sankalp is some sort of an NGO. Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
I would like to, I mean, you're from IIM Ahmedabad, right now, Vedant?
Nagpur.
Nagpur, okay, yeah, that's it.
It's right here behind.
That's Nagpur.
All right,
I
then.
mean, Razin Khan, I think you're from Ahmedabad.
Yes, I am for my Ahmedabad court.
Yeah, I think he's wearing the shirt as well.
Yes, this is the brand.
Actually, I've been to IIM Ahmedabad. I mean, for a paper presentation, Indian Public Policy Network had been there, and I think I got to know a few professors there. Yeah, they're, I think, very inspiring. I mean, I think they